I thought I'd come out here today and get a little close-up view of the plants, and maybe we can get to where we can see them a little. I mean, it's just plants. You'll get an idea of some weeds that's coming up too. That's late flat Dutch cabbage right there. And in the center, these little short rows, this is about as close as I can get here on them. But that's Swiss chard, and that's rainbow, multicolored, mixed Swiss chard. And then we'll go right here to the Georgia collards. Little old row right there. I call it not hardly a half a row out through there. And then I'll wheel around here and we'll see if we can't get a close up of the potatoes. You see the grass growing in the row there after this rain, probably. And it's 2 full rows. Out there's on the end is a asparagus bed, and it's Purple Passion and Mary Washington is right beyond it. The first asparagus there's Purple Passion. Here's the little lettuce bed patch, just a little bit there. Don't need much at a time, or we don't anyway. And I checked on that those turnips, and that whole row right there in the center is the exact same seeds planted the exact day. Now, why that they are thicker on one end out there at the far end than they are in the beginning here, I have no idea. I thought that maybe I started out sowing them thinner, but I don't think I would have sowed them that thin. Also, let's see if I can zoom out a little. Also, right there, just beyond that lettuce, lettuce in the center, just beyond that lettuce where those turnips is thinned out, if you look to the left of it, you'll see the same thing with that row of onions. And they didn't do very well at all. The first row there on the left of that done extremely well. A day later, I think it was a day, no longer than 2 days later, and I planted that other row, they didn't seem to do worth a plug nickel. And if you look right through there, beyond the lettuce at the turnips, how thin it is out through there, and then look right to the left of it at the onions, and they done the exact same thing. And you get out to the far end, even the onions picked up growing. So there's something in that little area right there that I can't explain. I have no clue of what happened there, no clue. But you'll see an onion or two out through there as I go out that row. Very few. Actually today I'd done made my mind up that here in the next few days I'll give those onions a few days, but that spot right through there where those onions is at is not going to be used just to grow 25 or 30 little onions through there. That space is too valuable to just let go to waste there. Those onions will come up. We'll either eat them or transplant them, but that area through there is going to be tilled in, cleaned up, and more than likely I'll put a row of maybe bell peppers through there or something. But you can't let a row that's skimpy and skipped like that is consume that area in that garden. Got to put something in there that will grow and utilize that space. There's lots of things that mysteries that you run across in a garden, and right there's just like I say, it's the same time, same seed, same lot, everything. And you see half of that row right through there, those turnips are very sketchy. The lettuce, a little lettuce patch there. And it didn't come up. It didn't come up as thick as I was anticipating it to do either. But then you go right out through there on those turnips, and you can see that how thin it is. And then right there, it just thickens up and goes all the way to the end that way, that's about what the whole row should have looked like. And then right out there's the onions. And then I'll ease down this way, and you'll see there'll be one here and there as we come down that row. But as I say, they're not enough. See, there's one or two little ones, and that's it. I don't know. And then just like I said, the row that we planted a day or two before, you can see they've done well. But now the row there on the left is the white onions, and that row was the yellow onion sets. I don't know. I really don't know. The Egyptian walking onions out through there's getting ready to start walking. You can see them starting to fall over through there, and putting on the little sets on top. There's the walking onions. Piece of tape or something in there. But you can see how they fall over. I think maybe those might have had a little help falling over today. Out that little row. I believe Stephanie's little wagon may have moved some of them, but it don't matter. They're gonna fall over anyway. But you can see how they're starting to put the little onions on top of the onions. The onions on top of the onions, and then onions on top of the onions that are on top of the onions. They just keep going if you leave them there. You can see the whole shebang out through there. I like them. They're good to have. But now, every onion that's in this garden right here, I'm talking about the Egyptian walking onions, from right out through there, all the way, all these right here, they're not going to be just left there to go wild. Every one of those onions before fall will be pulled up, and we'll take all the sets off the top and the little onions, and then somewhere we will plant a complete row of those. A single set, a single bulb, whatever you want to call them, together. I mean, it just be every little plant will be just a single set, and that's exactly what I done out that row. That row right there was one. I had it on film. I planted them last fall. You can see where I took one bulb and planted through there, and it's raining. That's weird. But every bulb through there, I'm gonna have to adjust the lighting a little. every bulb, it was just one bulb, and that one bulb, they were clustered together, like a bulb cluster, and I broke them apart and took individual bulbs, and I planted those out through there in that row. And those bulbs evidently inside multiply and put out 3, 4, 5 shoots. Anyway, that's good. Well, you know, they're amazing. They're amazing. Let's go over here now. Look at the garlic. I'm going to have to get out of the rain probably. It's looking rainy, stormy. So that's the garlic. The garlic. And I showed a video the other day. I'll see if I can't find one here. Right there. You see that scape right in the center of the picture? This darn tripod is amazing. I'll never own another one like this. Don't be talking about tripods. I fixed this one yesterday, but it was giving me fits yesterday. Garlic, garlic, garlic. That's a lot of garlic for us, you know. I like it. I like garlic. That's elephant garlic. Most all of that. Well, actually, all of it, as far as I'm concerned, is elephant garlic. Now here, we'll get right here and zoom in. With this lens, we can draw them little plants up where you can see them a little. But you can see out through there as we ease out that row. Try not to go too fast. But that's beets. Bull's blood beets, I think is what they are. Sure is. Hopefully I can pull up some of the I'm gonna have to get under something in a minute. So this right here is arugula. That arugula, well, you can grow it in a flower pot or whatever you want. It's got a real thin or shallow root system. And but one thing about it, you can't let it dry out, that's for sure. Can't dry out on you. But when those leaves get 2 or 3 inches long, they're ready to eat. You can eat them. And here's what I was wanting to see. So you'll see some little tall plants out through there. This spindly looking, straight up, look like little blades of grass. That's fennel coming up. Fennel, fennel, fennel. Should be able to see a lot of it right in about the center of the screen there. And then when we get right on out through there, you can see where it starts picking up. That's a kohlrabi all the way out to the end there. Okay, I don't like everything getting wet here. So, and here, I'll stop here just a second. And that's our zucchini. Zooks out through there. And at the far end out there, there's two hills of watermelons. Well, my goodness, I didn't know it was going to start raining. I'm going to let it's going to have to run me off. So here is the row. I'll see if I can't pinpoint some of the little critters. And that is a red Russian kale. Red Russian kale. I'll try to blow some of that up when we get inside to edit this. See if I can't pull some of those little kales out, plants out, and show you. I'm having a hard time seeing them here, but it'll be easier to see on the screen. But anyway, that's a row of red Russian kale, and here is a row of Ford Hook, half a row of Ford Hook Swiss chard. along with weeds and stuff. But that's goes all the way out through there, and then it turns into a rhubarb chard from right out in that vicinity on. Yeah, you can see it start coming up. Whew, let me get on this tree a little better. And then we will look at this, and I think you'll be able to see that row pretty good. That is, get up here and turn that off. That is Southern Georgia College. College. There's you, man. Turn that off. Yeah, that's collards, that row out through there. I hope that this is focusing enough where you can see it. Collards all the way through there. And then this row here, right in front, right there, you can see them coming up. And that's the top pick peas are coming up. This starting a few here and there, but they'll be coming up. Out there on that far end is a few. But anyway, that's that. And of course that's the red clover. That stuff, I like that. I really like that. Pretty stuff. You can probably hear the rain hitting the stuff. Stephanie's strawberry. She actually came out today and got her a strawberry or two. I thought that's pretty neat. Okay, our batteries are saying that I'm about to run out of batteries. Dummy like didn't check the battery. But it may just abruptly end here in a minute. But we're about done anyway. I don't need to be out here and it raining. I was going to go over and show you the green beans. I don't know if you can see any up over there at the edge of that trellis or not, but they're up, starting up. Yeah, I went and got me another battery, put in here. Now this couldn't go in, and I'll film a little of the rain, a little of the trees are blowing around, all that good stuff. It's just rain, man. Said it's just rain. Now I'm taking this picture from on the back of my porch, or this video rather, and let's see if I can't pick up a few beans that I was talking about a while ago. I doubt it. Anywhere there on the left of that cage, that bean trellis, it's not going to show them too well. Well, got a little trellis set up over here, right there, cattle panel, and just got it secured with 2 T-posts. And my plans right there is put some cucumbers on that and see how they do. That little section on the ground right there is a 1, 2, 3, I think there's 4 or 5 little beds of flowers that I planted for Stephanie. They're up, I don't know what they are, but zinnias, marigolds, it's different things. I hope they're pretty. See if we can't buzz right across the solar panels there. And they're in there just as content as they can be. It's supposed to get pretty chilly tomorrow night and the next night. So we'll see how they turn out. I may have to turn the heat back on in there a little bit. Okay, that's it today.